Alright, what's up? Part two of taking little money and turning it into big money. Part one is learn how to manage your money and not blow it all. Part two is learn how to scale into projects. Once everyone starts making some money and they get a little bit put away, they want to learn what to do with it that can make big returns. And everyone gets excited when they have more money to spend on a project. What I've learned, and I could be completely wrong here because I know plenty of people that have put up big money on ideas they're confident on, and boom, it's panned out wonderfully, and they've made zillions of dollars. My personal history is I've never had to put more than like 25 grand into a project, and that one project I still haven't made my money back on. I've made a lot more money on low cost or entry projects that then I've seen have worked, and then put the money into once it's already profitable and knocked it out the park. Any project that seems like it's going to take a ton of money to get started, if you really spend enough time thinking about it, you can think of ways to prove the hardest part of it inexpensively before you dump your money into the rest of it. I'm trying to think of ways to explain this. Say you are going to spam a social network, and which I don't condone, and spamming is bad, all of that. Say you're going to spam a social network, and you know the software is going to be extremely complex. Well, you don't just go and hire a coder for 10 grand, or put somebody in on a huge profit share on something that's completely speculative and waste their time. You start testing it manually first. I know it's common sense to most of us, but some people don't think that way. But if you act as a human, like your script is supposed to act as, a program, and you can't get signups or sales or leads or whatever you're going for, there's no way that your program's going to be able to. You're wasting your time. So just take the mind-numbing time to prove your concept to yourself before you start dumping the money into it, because I've been in this over 10 years. I've had a lot of successes. I'm really confident, but what I'm learning is that there's so many things that can make a project fail or make you burn out on a project and not see it all the way through. And it sucks to gamble big money on it and then not have those results. So what I try and do is to just find ways to sneak into the project and figure out the hard parts as much as I can before I make the big investment. I mean, you should have a number in your head for what you'll kind of bet on a coin flip. Like if I have something I think will work and I can get the whole project off the ground for say $3,000 to $5,000, and it just doesn't seem stupid, I'll just make that bet because that's the amount that I'm comfortable losing. Your number might be $50,000. Your number might be $300, but you can have your number, and then if it's below that amount, you just make the bet and you see what comes back, and that'll save you a lot of stress and agonizing. If the number's higher than your threshold, you have to figure out ways to bring it back below it. If you're working on, say, making your own offer, you take your marketing plan, say it's pay-per-click or something of that nature, and use it at first to promote someone else's offer if it won't give away all the secret sauce. If you can make it make money at the payouts you're getting from someone else, then you'll be able to make money on your own offer. Same thing, if you're taking something you're thinking about pushing out to CPA networks, get some of your friends to test it first. They'll be a lot more forgiving. They won't judge your offer right away and go bash it on the boards. If you need to do a ton of programming, but there are existing places you can send traffic that may have inferior programming, but will at least prove that your traffic will or won't convert. It's very situational, and if you have a situation that you can't figure out how you can scale into it, get at me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/spamtech, and I'll do my best to help you out. But so just look for ways to enter the project, because we know when we're mapping out a project where the gray area is, or where the magic's going to have to come in. So just find a way to inexpensively test the magic part, and then if that part works, then all the rest will fall into place, and you put that money on the table. But if you can't get the magic to work with the easy part, then it's not going to matter how much work you put into the hard part. You're still not going to have much luck. And So this is something that I've gotten wrong as recently as 6 months ago, and it really taught me a good lesson. And so just look for ways to prove your concept as inexpensively as possible, and then once it's proven, then go hard on it. I mean, like I said, the most I spent up front was 25 grand, but I've had projects where I've had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I got it profitable inexpensively, so I knew when I spent that money that it was going to come back to me, and made it a lot easier to sleep at night while I was doing it. I hope that makes proper sense. Like I said, if not, just get at me on Twitter, and I'll try and explain how to adapt it to your situation. But otherwise, also get at me on Twitter with questions. I need content for these stupid video blogs, so holler at me, let me know what Spam Tech can do for you, and please remember STC is the greatest.